And that is, let's just go straight to it. Camp Randall Stadium, Wisconsin, Alabama. A lot of headlines, red on red. The wrong team was jumping around, but jumping for a reason.
Jumping for a reason. They put it together. They put it together coming into the year. There was questions, they had the new coach. Then coming into this game, there was questions about the O-line coming in. What can Alabama do offensively? And they showed it. They showed what they could do offensively, running, passing. And then defensively, there was a lot of things to look at too. Unfortunate that Tyler Van Dyke couldn't finish the game or really play after that first drive because it wasn't a true test on Alabama's defense. There was a lot of plays that I can bring up in a minute that I felt like Alabama's defense didn't play to the potential that they had. It had Tyler Van Dyke or a more apt quarterback been in play for Wisconsin, they would have taken advantage of it. But all in all, it's moving the needle in the right direction. I was pumped for it. 21 points, like you said, in the first half. Love to see it.
Yeah, a lot of positives to take from the game, right? We have been pretty critical of Alabama. We know where Hunter stands, and where I stand, but I think we've been very critical of Alabama, and I think it's rightfully so. I hate injuries. I want to make that very clear. I feel so bad for Tyler Van Dyke. If there's a medical redshirt opportunity, I hope he can take advantage of it. And, because they would have given Alabama their best quarterback tests. Bynum Brown was pretty solid for USF, and TJ Finley's respectable in his own right. And so I think those two quarterbacks were probably better than the player that was being fielded for Wisconsin. But Alabama, come on. We got 5 touchdowns for Jalen Milroe.
Yeah.
Roll Tide. He accounted for 5 of the 6 touchdowns. You got guys you could point to at every position. You got Jam Williams. He's averaging 9.1 yards a carry. Third straight week of a touchdown. Ryan Williams. I think we all get he's 17 now, but he is really impressive. 78 yards. He had a touchdown as well. That one ball in the corner. I think I can't remember exactly who it went to, but it was a perfect pass from Milroe. Even the penalties, it's like if you had this progress report, you met with your manager last week and they said, hey, improve this. 4 penalties in the game. They were averaging 10 before that. They had 4 penalties in the game. This game, there was no crumbs left behind. They ate. We can touch on the defense. I'll let you go there.
Yeah, well, when you mentioned the improvements, 3 sacks on Milroe last week, only 1 on him this week. Ty Simpson had 1 on him later. So the offensive line improved as a whole. Parker Brailford's crushing it. Good to see Caden Proctor back. Defensively, there was improvement overall on just being able to swarm the ball. We've still seen some mishaps, and from Kane Womack's press conferences, he's seen it as well. So far, Alabama's played 100 snaps in man coverage. In those 100 snaps, they've given up 2 completions for 24 yards. So they're trusting their DBs, they're trusting their safeties to man up and give the rest of the defense an opportunity to go to get home, get a sack, or play the rush and get tackles for loss. The only issue there is now for 3 weeks in a row, we've seen multiple opportunities where a guy is running solo down the field and the quarterback just misses them. That's 5 touchdowns now that I've seen that could have been there if a quarterback would have just hit his guy in stride. And those are coming from man coverage. So the guys need to play tighter, because when we play Carson Beck in 2 weeks, he's going to be able to make those passes. You don't want to see that. But again, it's giving the Alabama team an opportunity to get to the quarterback. They had so much pressure on the Wisconsin quarterback. Shout out to LT Overton coming from Texas A&M. Crushed it. A huge hit there in the early in the game. And we're going to see that from this Alabama team. It's going to feel more like years past where they have that pressure that they're getting on quarterbacks. It's coming at the stake of the DBs playing 1v1 and trying to stay with their guy. So hopefully they can do it. Throw some different looks in there for Georgia. I think we'll see a shift in the playbook a little bit for them defensively, but I love to see it from Alabama.
Yeah, definitely a good defensive performance, and shout out to the Jimbo Fisher recruiting class, blessing you guys with LT Overton here. On the defensive side, I'm gonna bring it down. I'm bringing it down to earth just a little bit, and I think that we always look for opportunities for improvement. And so, where we did see some challenges was in the run game. Alabama right now is averaging, I think, about 133 yards a game from the run side, puts them 12th in the SEC. And they gave about 149 in this game. So Ches Maluzzi had 66 and Cade Yakimelli at 39 yards, including other rushers in the game. So still have to be impressed with no rushing touchdowns given up. Like if you have to find something to work on, focus on, you know you're going to face much tougher running backs, you know, especially with Trevor Etienne coming up here in 2 weeks, in week 4 or week 4, week 5. But that's just an area of focus. But I mean, this, you know, fumble recovery from, you know, Q Robinson and just great overall defensive performance. And so there's not really too much to pick at from this game. This is an SEC podcast. I'm not going to harp on Wisconsin, but, you know, I think that, you know, hopefully for them, they can do well in conference play. And it was just the wrong day and the wrong time at Camp Randall Stadium. And a lot of jumping around with the wrong team in red.
Yeah, no, it's the worst they've been beat there, and I think it was 16 years. So it's a bad day in Wisconsin. Going forward, you know, on offense, good separation from the wide receivers, good running. We've seen more designed quarterback runs. Not going to harp on it more. We'll definitely talk about it when Georgia comes to Tuscaloosa, and we'll break it down more there. But a good day for Alabama. Good things to build on going into the bye week, and a lot of good film to watch.